Good morning. Welcome to day one of the 2023. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's 2023. New Year 10-day meditation challenge. I am so glad you are joining us for this. I'm really looking forward to the week. Get into some logistics at the very end. What we're going to do today is talk about why we meditate and how we do that. I'm going to try to keep this to about 6-7 minutes. We'll then do 3 minutes of silent meditation together, and I'll mention a few logistics here at the end. So why do we meditate? Why are we doing this? Why is this like an important way of starting our new year? I think most of us are called to a meditation practice because something's wrong in our life. It may be an acute challenge. We're going through a divorce. We've lost a job. We're experiencing financial hardship or lost somebody dear to us. But for many of us, we come to a meditation practice because there's this sense that something just isn't quite right in our life. That something maybe just under the surface is wrong. So this begins this process of waking up. And our meditation practice allows us to start peeling back the layers of our life and to really understand the truest form of ourself. You see, I believe that we're born pure, loving, kind, and creative. And then life kind of scruffs us up along the way. Maybe it's our family of origin and we experience suffering, through abuse or trauma. Or maybe it's the influence of capitalism and advertising that makes us feel insecure about ourselves and to want things that don't really fix that fundamental insecurity. Could just be the everyday ups and downs of life, the loss of loved ones, the challenges that we face. But either way, we get distracted, we get disconnected from this fundamental truth of who we are in our most authentic self. So this result, this ending up in our adult years, a little scuffed up, a little disconnected from this truth, shouldn't be much of a surprise. And it is that sort of that sense of anxiety, that thing that something's wrong that we experience that brings us to a meditation practice actually turns out to be a good thing. It's that little warning bell that we need to get better, that we want something like a spiritual practice that's going to help us heal and recover and be that person that we truly are at our heart. So the meditation practice does that by helping us see ourselves clearly in this very moment. And it's that clarity that lets us see our emotional reactions, that narrative of a nagging or critical parent, those feelings of insecurity or anger that drive us to react in ways that we don't feel like represents our best self. That meditation practice helps us settle down and clear some of this rubbish away and allows us to react from that more kind, caring, and compassionate, creative place that I really do think is this truest form of ourself. So how do we do this? I'm going to do a super short meditation instruction now. And if you'd like more help with this, we've got 4 beginner sessions this week. Today on Tuesday, we have our first at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We've got sessions at, the beginner's instruction is on Thursday, 8 p.m. as well, Friday at noon, and Saturday at 6 p.m. All those times are Eastern Time. We also have a good meditation group that's our weekly group on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. that you'd be welcome to come and join us. So you could get a longer, a 45, 50-minute beginner's instruction there, but we'll just do a quick 2 minutes here, and there's also going to be a link in the email or the comments below here that will direct you to some more detailed instruction. But our meditation practice is simple, but not easy. This isn't a way of turning off our brain. It isn't a way of kind of landing in some fantasy land of blissful perfection. Rather, it's going to be about bringing our attention to the experience of our breath, recognizing when we get distracted and bringing ourselves back again. So I'm sitting in a nice four-legged chair here. I look to be in an upright but relaxed position. Sometimes I need to move a little bit left and right, feel like I get my spine nice and centered. I like to meditate with my eyes closed or three-quarters of the way closed, very softly gazing at the floor, whatever you're comfortable with there. I breathe in and out of my nose. And I try to stay physically still. Physical stillness during our practice allows us to really feel our breath. And it helps us calm down and settle into the meditation practice in a way that'll let us see our thoughts and emotions a little more clearly. So when I find this upright but relaxed position, I just slowly bring my attention to the experience of the breath. That may be at the tip of the nose where the breath is first coming in. It may be down your windpipe. It could be expansion of your lungs. If your posture is good and your body is relaxed, that may be all the way down in your diaphragm where your belly starts to fill up and feel like it's expanding, contracting with each breath. But wherever that is, I just start simply to count. Inhale 1, exhale 2, inhale 3, exhale 4. And I just do this simply to the count of 10. When I get to 10, I start back over again down to 1. Inhale 1, exhale 2. I like to breathe in and out through my nose. I find that exhaling through my mouth or breathing it out through my mouth gets my throat kind of dry, and breathing through my nose is a little bit easier there. Most important thing is our mind is not going to stop thinking during this 3, 5, or 10 minutes, however long you choose to meditate. And I do recommend starting with smaller chunks of time. It's more important that we develop this daily habit, that we get to the meditation cushion, our chair, and that we try to do this even for just a little bit. That's how we're going to really start seeing this make a change in our life. And so if we're going to have a distracted mind, if each time we can't even count to the count of 2 before we start running off with our to-do list or the fight we're having with our partner or whatever is kind of coming up for ourselves, we're going to practice the 4 R's. We're going to recognize that we got distracted, that we got lost in thinking. We're going to release that thought by returning our focus and attention completely back to the experience of the breath. The most important R is the 4th R. We're going to repeat this over and over and over again for our meditation practice. And why? Because again, eyes see, ears hear, and minds think. It's a healthy mind. It is not going to shut off. With time, as we develop an ability to focus on our breath, to recognize these thoughts, to release them, and return back fully to the experience of the breath, we develop the sense of quiet. We start to maybe hear the volume of those voices get turned down. We get to hold our attention for a little bit longer. But this is not going to be an experience of 3 or 5 minutes of thoughtlessness. Actually, if the 3 to 5 minutes disappear and it feels like nothing happened, you were actually probably daydreaming the whole time and you missed your meditation practice. So let's go ahead and give that a try. We're going to set a little timer here for 3 minutes. There should be a bell that begins and ends. And we'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, so a few quick logistics. Again, if you're new to meditation or you want to check in with me or our friend Todd, who are going to be doing some of the beginner's meditation instruction this week, we've got today at 2 p.m. Eastern, Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, Friday at noon, and Saturday at 6 p.m. We also have our weekly Wednesday night meditation group that's at 8 p.m. Any of those are going to be a great place to come and check in, to get a little free time with some experienced meditators and hear a little bit how you can get into this practice, answer any questions, address any difficulties you're running into. For the rest of this challenge, you're going to get an email from me and a short message. There'll be shorter videos than this for the rest of the week. The written reflection is basically the same as the video. You don't have time to watch the video, read the reflection. It's a little redundant. Sometimes it's a little bit crisper in writing than it is me just sort of shooting from the hip here in the video. We're here all week. When you get the emails, it's just me on the other side. I'd love to hear from you. I want to know how the challenge is going. I'm here to answer questions. I put my cell phone in the email address. You can always text me. That's a great way to get to me. Reply to the emails. I try to get to the emails at least once a day and reply to everybody. But I'm just thrilled that you're starting 2023 out with this, out with us. This has been a great tradition. We've been doing this every year since 2014. So may your practice be strong. May your year go well. And thanks for joining us.